Yeah, hello.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
So just another 2 minutes, sir. Let the student.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, fine.
Okay, students, let us start. So one thing I want to show you before sir starts, I would like to show you my screen once because you're facing certain problems. So in your, once you enter into Typedef, there is something called discussion forum. So you click on the discussion forum. Okay, then you will come to the screen. Hopefully, are you able to see my screen? Okay, so you will come to the screen and here post your issues here. Click on this, go into that and post your issues here. Okay, so that we will be able to, always see what is happening and whether we can actually close it immediately. So all these things we can see here. So use this forum. You can post interesting things or you can also post your issues here. Okay. So that will be easy for me also to check whether everybody is able to, everybody's issues are solved or not. I will be able to check here. Okay. Okay, then thank you so much. And another problem most of the students have been asking is, another problem most so another important thing is okay. Another important thing is that your arrays, you are not able to solve the problems because there are no test cases. So sir has mentioned he will give the test cases to those problems and we will be uploading it tomorrow. So tomorrow you can solve all those problems. Okay, so that is about the second one. And some people have mailed me anuradha.s.tota@gmail.com. Any issues that somebody has mailed me yesterday, we got it resolved. And more issues if you are having, please submit in this discussion forum. Somebody is saying students are not able to access discussion forum. Let me check that. But I will enable this to you. Please use this place to submit all your issues so that I will also see which issues you are posting and whether our team is getting is resolving those quickly or not. Okay. Thank you very much. Over to sir. Sir, you can take it from here.
Yeah, hello, good evening to all. And as ma'am said that you people are, expecting case studies and some kind of, what is the inputs and what are the outputs you are going to get it, this kind of information. So generally, what is happening? I'm executing each and every program, right? One kind of another solution is you can see those videos in YouTube. Okay, you can rewind it and you can see what kind of input I'm giving and what is the output you are getting. That is one way. And another way, I'll give you more test cases also. Not a big issue. No, always you should know some kind of test cases. What is all the possibilities of test cases is required. So for true or as well as to make it error also, you need to check each and everything. Okay, so whenever you are comfortable with more test cases, then only you can understand better way of executing the program. So what I can do, I can share all the programs whatever I have given to you through this portal, and also some test cases. Most probably by tomorrow I can post. I can hand over some kind of test cases, and also end of the topics. By covering all the topics, we are planning to give you some kind of mini project. Okay, even if you take any campus, it is very difficult being a first year to develop some kind of project. Okay, some kind of application. Okay, but through this you can find out in my last session. Why I'll explain you like any kind of project, like either library management system or hotel management system, or any ticket reservations, any some. I'll take some problems and I can take you 2 to 3 hours time, starting to ending. Okay, end to end project development. I'm going to explain to you, so that by covering all the topics, it will be there in the project. In such a way, we are planning. It is going to be very very helpful for you all. So Blackbucks providing you very much all the ways of learning. They're always looking for you people should learn more and more. So there's a reason even we are providing assignments, and if required, we'll see later session, later part, solutions for the assignments also. If possible, I can post, and so that we can have a practice. Okay, almost entire the C programming. If possible, I can prepare end of the session. Most probably 100 to 200 programs we will post. Yeah, fine. Now, coming to in the last session. In the last session, we have covered structures as well as arrays of the structures and structured within the structure, that is nested structure. And the remaining topics are Typedef as well as the union, right? And also one more topic, like how we have passed an entire array as a function argument. Similarly, we can also pass entire structure as an array argument, as an argument to the function. Okay, so by covering both the Typedef and as a argument to the function, I'll cover one example. So now I hope, have you did this program? Yesterday's program, like I have given employee, which is having some fields, and gross salary, net salary, allowances is one substructure, deductions is substructure. Okay, so that you need to access all the data members. You should have practice, otherwise you can't do anything. Okay, fine. So already I have given hint how to access the data members also, and also I have given how to calculate gross and net salary. So this is a small case study. Like this, you need to solve many case studies. Now, let us move with a Typedef. Type definition we can use for various purposes, like say for example, if you have predefined data types, int, char, float, these are all predefined data types. Generally, I won't do changing the predefined name, but if you want, you can do. Okay, so if you want to declare a variable as an integer, what you can do? Int a, right? Int a. But can I do like this? Blackbuck Blackbuck A. Can I do like this? What is Blackbuck A? Is it any data type? It is not a data type, right? Yeah, but I can do like this. Okay, I can do a Ravi A. That means what is a Ravi? I can define a Ravi as an integer, right? By using type definition. Data type I can change. Like say for example, if you want type def int Ravi. That means what? Here afterwards, after writing this statement, I can use, instead of int, I can use Ravi. So Ravi will act as int. So now what I can do? Ravi A comma B comma C, something I can declare. I can assign something values. Now here Ravi is the integer data type. That's fine. But in general, I won't use for this kind of purpose. But where I can use, in case of your user defined data type, say for example, what is user defined data type? How we are creating? Using structures, right? This is my user defined data type. You can say sometimes for readability purpose, employee details, some kind of, structure you have created. Okay, what is your structure name? Employee details. So now you have given something int employee number and char employee name of 20. Okay, and then float salary, some kind of fields. What we call, these are all either fields or data members of employee details. Okay, so whenever you want to use a variable, this name is very lengthy, right? This name is very lengthy name. If whenever you want to use, you have to use employee details. Okay, you have to use like this. Struct employee details, and then followed by you are using some kind of alias name, some structured variable name. That's fine. But even this name also you can change as a shortcut name. Where you want to put as a shortcut name? So you want to put as a shortcut name here emp. Yeah, that it is possible with help of Typedef. If you say Typedef, so what does it mean? Instead of employee details, the name, the data type name. What is the data type here? Employee, user defined data type. Employee details is the user defined data type, right? Yeah. How you have changed a predefined data type int A as a Ravi? Similarly, I can change this entire employee details is my user defined data type changed as a shortcut name emp. So next time, whenever I want to change any variable name, simply I can say like this. Struct, what is the name? Instead of employee details, structure name is changed as a emp. Now I can use with a reference variable e. So I can start with e.eno, e.ena like this. So finally, what is the purpose of Typedef? It is used to change any predefined data type or as well as user defined data type. Okay. Yeah. So like this, we can use Typedef. I'll give you example here. Yeah, I'll create. stdio.h int main return of 0. This is my structure. Simply Typedef int Ravi, right? So now what I can say, Ravi is a data type, a variable, A is a variable. I can assign some value, A equal to 10. I just print a value. Printf a value is %d. Here I use backslash comma a. Right? Yeah. This is the, I changed data type integer as a Ravi. Here afterwards I can use as a Ravi. Just I will save this program. Something Typedef 2.c. Now I'm going to run this, execute, compile and run. I got it. Output a value is 10. That means now the Ravi is changed as an integer, right? So this is the way you can define, change the predefined data types. But I can show you in regularly we are using Typedef for the user defined data types also, right? I can show you user defined data type and as well as user defined data type as well as another kind of program passing a structure as a function argument. Maybe did I mention here? After nested structure, I didn't give in anything. Fine. Directly I'll go with program. Nested structure. That part is completed. Yeah. See, so today I need to go with new topics, unions as well as strings also. That's why the pending program I already written. I'll just explain the program. So you see here, yeah, if you observe here, not structured array, struct function. Yes. See, if you see here in this example, you are going to learn two concepts. You are going to learn two concepts. One is Typedef. One is Typedef. Structure name is complex numbers. Okay. So do you know how to add two complex numbers? So now this example I'm going to explain now. The program is addition of two complex numbers using structures with functions. That means we are passing entire structure as a argument to the function. That is the topic. Okay. So what is a complex number? Simply, you know, a plus ib, right? X plus iy. Say for example, the first complex number is say for example 2.5 plus 4.0 I. The second one is 3.0 plus, I'll give you some kind of 5.0 or 5.5 something, whatever it may be. The resultant should be this numeric value, right? Yes, this is a real number and imaginary number, right? So you can say 5.5 plus 9.0 I. Okay, this is my resultant output, right? So like this, I want to add two complex numbers. This is complex number 1 and this is complex number 2. Okay. See, here the advantage is, okay, you can create only one structure. You can create only one structure. Why? Because both structures having similar, right? Same. One is having a real number and imaginary number, right? Yeah, you need two numbers we need to pass as an argument, some input. So you create one structure, but you can use multiple purpose. One complex number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, any number you can read. Okay, you can observe here. One is real number. So this structure having, what is the structure here? What is the requirement in this structure? Number 1, number 2, right? This is a real number. This is the imaginary number, right? So two numbers, I need a structure. So how can I do here? Struct any name. Either you can give complex number. What is that structure having? How many fields? What are the data members you need? Two values you need to read, right? Anything you can take here. Float, you can take x comma y, not a big issue. Okay, or I can say some variable purpose, I given real number and another one is the imaginary number. That's it. This is my structure. Okay, then how can I read for two complex numbers? You can give any number of values, right? Yeah, and instead of complex a very big name, I want to make it as a only a small like complex. How can I do like this? How can I do like this? By adding Typedef. That is one point you can understood here. By this you can understood one point. And the another one is, now if you want to create a structured variable, how you can create a structured variable in the program? Struct. Instead of complex number, I can use the structured variable complex. So struct, here afterwards I can use complex. After that, if you want any structured variable name like C, you can use, right? Yeah, C1. Yeah, can I write more than one? C1, C2, C3. In the previous example, we have observed, right? So this is, if you want to read three complex numbers, you can read like this: C1 dot real, C1 dot imaginary, C2 dot real, C2 dot imaginary. Otherwise, what is the another way? We have array. Okay, any method you can follow to read two complex numbers. Okay, fine. After that, as you know, this array dot, right? C1 of I dot real plus C2 dot real. These two will be added. That will be stored in the resultant. Same like matrix addition, how we did. Yeah, let us run this program. I'll show you. Here, I'll explain you two individual parts. Okay. Yeah. Now, this is completed. Now, I'm going to use a function called addition, right? I'm going to use a function called addition. Okay, fine. Now, there is a function called add. Now, I want to pass an arguments. What is this? N1, N2. These are the two. It is not like integers, right? In case of integers, what you could do? Simply, I can say int N1, comma int N2. Now, I want a structure. What is the complex N1? Complex N1, nothing but N1 is a variable which is of type. N1 is a variable which is of type complex. Say, for example, once you define a variable N1, that means what? A variable N1 is created. Again, within N1, you have two variables, real and imaginary. Okay. So can you access through this N1 comma, assume that here we have, instead of C1, we can say N1, N2 result. Okay. I just created structured variables, complex N1 comma, N2 comma result. Fine. Now, how can I read the first value for first complex number? How can I access? N1 dot real and then N1 dot imaginary. I just same what we have done in the last class. I'm just repeating here. That's it. But the point is, these values I need to pass as an argument. That is the matter here. Okay, that is the concept you need to understand. So similarly, I want to read another complex number in this variable N2. N2 dot real, N2 dot imaginary. I will tell you for better understanding. Yes. Now, whenever I create a variable int of N1, okay, if I say, if it is, int, if it is int of N1, that means what? N1 is the variable which stores some kind of integer variable, right? Now, whenever I say complex N1 comma N2, the structure, what is N1? This N1 consists of, it is a structure. See, now N1 is the structure. N1 is the one structure. Yeah, what is there in this N1 structure? What is there in the N1 structure? This N1 is of type complex, right? In the complex, what are the variables are there? Real and imaginary. So in this N1, we have two variables. Real. One is real, another one is the imaginary, right? Imaginary. Two things are there. Okay. So now fine. Like this structure N1 is empty now. N1 is empty. So whenever like this, whenever you create complex N2, nothing but what? Another variable N2 is created. Is this integer or float? No, this is a complex structured variable. So another structure is created. What is the fields? Previously, if you created student S1, that means student fields are there. If you create employee structured field, you have employee number, employee name like this. A variable is of type complex, a structure. Whatever the structure members are there, those values will be there in this structure. Now, same here, we have real and imaginary. Okay, fine. Now, these two are empty. Fine. Now, what I'm going to do is now assume that after reading my program, after reading my program, what I'm going to do, n1 ampersand n1 dot real, n1 dot imaginary. So this data will be stored in this n1. Assume that this is 3.0 and this is 2.5. When I given the input like this, fine, what happened? See here, after n1, n2, there is another structure. What is that? Result. So result is also another structure which is empty. But you have the variable names are real and as well as imaginary. Okay, fine. Now let's see. Yeah, now after reading the statement of n1 dot real and n1 dot imaginary, assume that I have 3.0, 2.5. In the second complex, I am reading scanf ampersand n1 dot real and n1 dot imaginary. Then what is there? You have given an entry, right? What are the values you can give? You can give 2.0 and you can give some 3.5. Okay, assume that I have entered like this. I'll enter the same value. Yeah, after that, what will happen? You see. Now I'm passing an argument n1 comma n2. Add of n1 comma n2. What is n1? This entire n1 is passing. If I'm passing entire n1, nothing but what is there? So this is actual argument. In the formal argument also should be the same structure. If n1 is the integer, this is also should be integer. This is the actual argument. See, this we call it as actual argument. Actual parameters. We call it as actual parameters. Assume this n1 is an integer. This formal parameter is also should be integer. If this is a float, this is also should be a float. Now, n1 is a structure. What type of structure it is? Complex. So that's why while you are writing in the formal argument, that should also be a complex. Okay. So now here both are same names, but you can give AB also. Here you can change AB also. Like actual parameters, formal parameters, you can change any other name. Not a big issue. Now, whatever you have the data which is stored into the n1. Since both are same name, I don't have any issue. Let us assume if this name is A, so will be another variable A which is pointing to the same structure like this. So now in this case it is not like that. Fine. Now n1 is having what is that? Same structure. Nothing but n1 dot real 30, n1 dot imaginary 2.5, right? Same n2 is also there. Now, yes, now what is there in n1? n1 dot real. What is n1 dot real? The structure variable n1 dot real, that is 3.0 plus n2 dot real. What is n2 dot real? 2.0. What is the resultant? 5.0. That will be stored into temp dot real. So now they have created another variable called temp. They have created another variable called temp. Assume that I want to take another variable temp. Yes, temp. That is also a complex data type, right? So complex data type, nothing but we have real and imaginary. Now I want to store this 3.0 plus 2.0 as a real into the temp, right? So this is the temp in the real. What I want to store? 5.0 is the my resultant. Yes, similarly n1 dot imaginary plus n2 dot imaginary. What is there? 2.5 n1 dot imaginary plus N2.imaginary 3.5. Result is 6.0, where I'm going to store in the temporary variable of structure, that is 6.0 here. I stored 6.0 here. Fine. Now I'm returning this entire temp. So this entire temp I'm going to return. This entire temp variable I'm returning. Yeah, where it will be stored? Whoever is called, who is calling, the result is called. Who is called? The result is called. So now, so the resultant is also complex, right? So here, once if the return type is integer, this resultant variable also should be integer. If the resultant is a float, the result also should be float. Now, is this integer or float? No, it is a complex. So that's why the result, whoever is going to store, this is also should be a complex. So that's why we have defined result is also a complex. Now, what happened? In this result, just assigning this entire result, right? So whatever the temp is returning, both are storing into the result. So now this entire data storing into the result. So result is also same type, right? So now through this result dot real means what is the output? 5.0. Result dot imaginary means what is the output? 6.0. So now if you see result dot real, okay, I just added like this percentage 0.1f. You can give instead of fraction part. I don't want 6 fraction parts. I want only 1. Otherwise, what will happen? It will take 5.00006 zeros will be getting. That's why I want only after fraction part only 1. So that's why I'm displaying 5.0. Okay, this is real. And another one is the imaginary is the 6.0. Okay, plus I am adding. My resultant should be 5.0 plus 6.0 I. That is the output you will get it. I hope you understand this. Yeah, now I will run this program. I'll run this program. We'll see the same. I'm going to run this program. Yeah, enter the real and imaginary parts. Now what I will do, so first what is output here? What I did, some kind of 3.0, 2.5. Same I'll give you 3.0, 2.5, 2.5. After that, for second complex number, enter the real and imaginary. What is that second? I'm showing whatever I did it earlier. Okay, 2.0, 3.5. I'll give the same 2.0 and 3.5. Any number you can give, not a big issue. Then you got sum equal to 5.0 plus 6.0 I. Did I say the same or not? 5.0 plus 6.0 I. This is the resultant complex number. So the conclusion is we can pass an entire structure as an argument so that we can add two complex numbers, two structures. How can we add two structures? See, one structure definition is sufficient so that you can give n number of structures. You can access as a n number. So same structure with multiple data. Same structure with multiple data. Okay, we can read it, we can add it, and we can show the resultant. Similarly, we can do a separate program like you take 2 times. You can take 2 times. The time is having, I can give you an assignment. Okay, you can add 2 times. You create a structure as a time, right? What kind of structure should be there? It is like time. What kind of fields are there? You should take hours, minutes, and then minutes and seconds. 3 fields you take. 3 fields you take, right? Then you should add 2 times, like 1 hour, some 15 minutes and 10 seconds. This is 1 time slot, and another one 1 hour, some again 15 and 20 seconds. If you take like this, you should add 2 times. This is the assignment you can do. And also here you should keep in your mind, whenever the seconds is more than 60, immediately it should add to 1 minute, right? Whenever this more than 60 minutes, you should add, it is going to be 1 hour. Like that, you should add 2 times, each time having, same structure like hours, minutes, and seconds. Okay, same how we did it for 2 complex numbers, you can add 2 times. Okay, this is your assignment, similar kind of program. Okay, fine. Now, so I hope you understand the 2 topics, like another example of Typedef as well as the structured we are passing as an argument. Okay, fine. Now let's move to the next topic, that is union. The next topic is union. Generally, in every interview in interviews, people used to ask, what is the difference between, Yes, Anjum, you are asking why we are using temporary variable. Yes, I will answer for that. Why we are using temporary here? Yes, see, this is a formal function definition, right? This is a function definition. In this is my local variable. Okay, this is my local. So after to store the resultant of my local variable, okay, I have used a temporary. The resultant, so this we call it as a formal arguments. These are the formal arguments. The resultant I stored into some variable. So for better understanding, okay. Otherwise, what happened? Can I assume that instead of temp, if I access as a resultant here, same result I kept here, I stored the resultant here. Is that resultant is local to this function? Is the resultant is local to this function? Can I access this resultant if it is local to this function? Can I access in the main program? No, it is not possible. That is possible in your advanced concept like C++ and Java. Once if you make that variable as a public, it is possible in C++. But now here it is local to this function. So this is a private variable by default. So, but actual my program is what? Main function. My program is main function where I am printing. I want to print as another variable as a result, right? So that's why I should assign the resultant into another variable, since this resultant the result is a variable which is local to the main program. So that's why I passed that value to the result. Okay, yeah, that's why I just taken into the temporary. Those resultant values will be stored here. Then those values I used here. Otherwise, what happened? Directly this result, if I write here, it will be treated as a separate variable. Again, I should take another variable. Okay, since it is a local to this. So that's why I just copy to whoever who needs this add. Whoever is asking, who is asking here, result is a variable is asking. That's why who is returning, this add function is returning. So that result will be stored here. Then I'm printing with the result. Okay, yeah. So even though you are writing n1, n2 with the same variable, but this is a separate. That's why I declared. Otherwise, what will happen? If I'm not declaring here, these both are not same. This n1 is different, this n1 is different. Better you can change another variable also while you are practicing. That's why I use it to declare complex. Already n1 is declared here, right? n1 is declared as a complex. Then why again I declared? Nothing but this n1 is local to this add. This n1 is not recognized by the main function. That's the problem, right? So you can give another name also here. But as you can understand, you can create another variable also. Otherwise, you can put a b here, a.real and b.real, like this. You can work on this. Fine. Thank you. And I'll move ahead. I hope you understand. Yeah. Now, let's move to the next topic, that is union. See, people will ask, what is the difference of structures and union? That's the most immediate question they will ask whenever you are saying the topic union. The people will ask, what is the difference of structure and union? See, there is no difference while creation of the union. Like union can be defined as a user-defined data type, which is a collection of different variables of different data types in the same memory location. Whereas the structure memory location is not the same. Then how do you understand whether it is occupying the same memory location in the union, whereas in the structure it is not occupying the same memory location? How do we identify? I'll show you with example. Union is user-defined data type, but unlike the structure, they share the same memory location. Finally, my conclusion is union will share the same memory location for all the data types. Say, for example, by understanding this program, you can have whether the both variables are sharing the same memory location or not. So in this example, int A, char B. Okay. Generally, integer is one memory location. Memory location nothing but it has some address, and char has some address. Okay. So what is the memory size in general for the structure? Integer is having 4 bytes and char is having 1 byte. Totally, what is that? 5 bytes, right? But not like this here. But how much memory size is occupied? Whatever the maximum size. Here the maximum size is 4, right? So that is the total size of the union. That I will show you in the next example. But here I'm going to prove two things. One is the size, total size, and another one is the whether it is sharing the same common memory or not. These are the 2 points I want to prove in the union, right? By using the example. So in this case, if I take var.a equal to 66, then you print var.a, you will get the output 66, since it is the you are storing into the a variable, right? But I didn't store in the b, right? Yeah, but even though it is occupying the same memory location, if you try to print the b value just by writing var.b, you will print it. Do you know one thing? For every integer value, if you print, it will be displayed as a ASCII values. For a value is 66, it is integer. If you print %c, what is output? ASCII value of 66, that is b. The ASCII values of 65 starts with a. Okay, so if you want, I can run this program. What is this? Union. Maybe program should be there. Let's see. Yeah, this is indicates the size. Maybe another program. No. Yeah, I can create a new program. I just copy pasted here. Yes. Now let's see. I'm going to save this. Just union 2 for understanding. Yeah. Now, what is your expected output? You tell me. A value is 66. Same like structure, nothing's different. You can access variable is created, variable dot A, variable dot B. You can access how you are accessing structured members. Same thing, you can access union members also. But the difference is, even though I am not assigned the value into the B, I'm just printing. Okay, it will print. That nothing but you can understand. Since both are occupying the same memory location, that's why we are getting the B value also. So I'll run this program. while doing some kind of copy paste, it will show some errors. Yeah, I can say union ABC. Yeah. Yeah, let us see this one. Yeah, I can show you that one after creating another program by typing. I'll show you now. Yeah, another topic is like you can see the size of the union. I think the slide will be having union, size of the union. Okay, fine. See, yeah, in case of size, what is the size of the structure? For integer occupies how much? 4 bytes. Character 1, float, this, double. Okay, so what is the total size? You should add all. Okay, 4, 8 and something. Now, if you want to print size of union ABC is size of union of ABC, right? So you'll get it whatever the maximum size. See, maximum size is the double size, right? So you'll get the same output. Let me run this. Nothing is there. The only thing is the memory, whatever the size is the difference, and whether the memory is sharing or not. That's the only difference of the union. Nothing is more than that. Okay. So size of the union is ABC. Whereas in case of structures, you add all. Okay. So whereas whatever the maximum size is there, that is the size will occupy. Okay. So within this memory, the remaining variables data is also going to be shared. Okay. Sharing the common memory location. Okay, fine. So that is the union. Fine. Now let us move to the new topic called strings. So till that, structures and unions topic is covered. Yes. Now let us move to the strings. So what is a string? So is there any, the first very important question is there any string data type is available in the C program? Is there any? Pavitra, you are asking where is the Typedef? I already shown you the example also, right? Yeah, I already shown you Typedef with changing the name integer with another name Ravi. We have used. No, that is whenever it is required, you can use. Otherwise, not required. It's not mandatory. Okay, you can do 2 ways. If you want, you can use Typedef. Otherwise, without Typedef also we can use. There are 2 ways. Okay, we can use Typedef or without Typedef also. Yes. Now, yeah, I'm going to moving to the new topic called strings. Yes. Yeah, let us move with the strings. So the strings can be defined as the one-dimensional array of characters terminated by a null. So the null termination characters. The character array or the string is used to manipulate text such as word or sentences. Now, my first question is, do we have string data type? No, right? So here string is, just keep in your mind, in C++, in Java we have strings, whereas in C programming we don't have any strings. Okay, so with help of the characters, a group of characters we call as a string, right? Say for example, we already worked with these strings, but some more functions we are going to work with that. Okay, like string of st variable of 10, nothing but what? Okay, it is a group of characters. If you declare like this, okay, so 10 characters is going to be occupied. Okay, nothing but a string. Okay, there is no a data type called string in this C program, but which is there in the other languages like Java, Python and all. Fine. Now let's see, how can we define a string? How can we declare a string? How can we declare a string? So there are two ways we can declare the string, by using char array and by using string literal. There are two ways we can declare the string. One is char array, the other one is string literal. How can we define as a char array? Yeah, like this. If you see here, you can declare an array char ch of 9, size is the 9. Okay, these are the individual characters. B is a single character. Okay, B is a single character. That's why, how can we indicate the characters? In single quotes. How can you define as a string? In double quotes. So by char array, this is an array having characters. How many? Individual characters. B, L, A, C, K, B, U, C, K. Blackbuck is the individual characters, an array. But the ending, you should mention \0. That indicates null termination. That indicates null termination. That is nothing but end of the string, end of the character array. Okay, fine. But if you declare like this using character array, manually you should mention. Okay, how the memory is allocated like this. Okay, every characters in the array start with 0, right? So char of 0, nothing but you will get B, char of 1, L, char of 2, char of 3, and so on. Okay, so like this also you can declare a string variable, or you can use by string literal. What is the literal? See, directly without mentioning the size also, you can directly initialize the string. Like directly I mentioned char ch, open square braces and closing square bracket, blackbuck. So here, if you assign direct string into the variable, you no need to mention the size. The any size, maximum size it will take, and you can no need to mention the \0. The system will take care. System will apply \0. Okay. System will apply \0 at the end. So you no need to do manually. So let me run this. You can declare two ways of the strings. One is by character array, another one is by string literal. Okay, these two ways are possible. Next time onwards, whatever the method you want, which one is easy? String literal is easy, right? So that's why whatever you want, you can continue the throughout of the rest of the programs. Fine. Let me open my dev C++ and I'm going to run this. I have opened this new dev C++ file editor and I'm going to run the program. Hash include stdio.h. I'm writing my skeleton main return of 0. Yeah, how we can define strings? There are two ways, right? One is string literal and character array. So you can say char st equal, simply you can say welcome. And another one, another variable I can create ch of my size equal to 9. Two ways I'm defining. Another way is like this. Single quotes B, comma, again in single quotes B, L, A, C, K, B, U, comma, single quotes, but BUCK, comma, in single quotes, K. But while you are writing manually, you should mention \0. That indicates null termination. Okay. I have defined like this, Blackbuck. And then you just print it. How you can print? Printf %s to get into the new line, \n, comma. What is my variable? st. I just printed welcome. I want to print st is one variable, and I want to print another one is, now this is having group of characters, nothing but is a string, right? It is not character. If you have single character, then you have to use C. If it is a group of characters, you should use %s, comma, ch. Okay. I just printed 2. Now save. I can say string1.c. That is one example. I'm going to run this. This is a very basic program. We got the output. Welcome, Blackbuck, right? So the very first one is, how can we declare a string? There are 2 ways. Directly I can declare like this without memory, without size of the string. I can assign the values, or you can assign like this. So this is very tedious task. So that's why hereafter I can do like this. Okay. If you want to size, you can. There is nothing wrong. You can mention the size. Okay. If you want to restrict, you should not enter maximum of 20 characters like this. If you want to restrict the size of the variable, the string, you can restrict by specifying the size. Otherwise, it is not mandatory. Yes, let us move with, once you are familiar with the reading, like, declaration of the string, now you need to go for reading of the string, or you already know. I can tell you another point here. Now you tell me, how can we read a string and print the string, right? Can we do by using printf and scanf? Yes, we can use by using printf and scanf, reading the string and printing the string. How can we do that? Scanf %s, comma, you don't need to give, right? st. That's it. And printf %s, comma, st. Right? Like this, we are reading and printing without ampersand here. So that is one way. If you do like this, can we read like this? Can we get, spaces like welcome space to Blackbuck? No, we can't do that. Only the spaces will not take. If you read like this, the spaces will not display. That you please try. That is your assignment, right? You can try by using %s. Can you do that or not? Okay. And another one is, you can Google it and you can find out. We can do by using a cap symbol. You try for that. I'm giving the clue. Using cap symbol, you can do. There is a way to access multiple words. That is a task I'm giving to you. Yeah. Now there is another function like getS and putS. It is possible. By using getS and putS, it is possible. That is one way. And I'm asking you to do using scanf also possible, by changing something here, that you try. Okay. Yeah. How to read? What is the syntax of this getS and putS? I think these are all basics which is already covered, I hope. But still, I don't know whether it is covered or not. And I'm going to tell you, getS of st string variable and then put s of st. Like this you can do. And the same thing we can also do with get char and put char. Okay, that syntax is a little bit different. Like here variable equal to get char. It will take single characters, but if you put in the loop, you can do that. And whereas printing, put char of ch. That is the syntax. That and all you practice with using get char and all. Now in this example, I'll tell you how to use getS and putS, the advantage also. So let me take another example. So what I will do, I'll just copy paste this. Otherwise, the entire this skeleton, I need to repeat it every time. Yeah. Now, simply I'll delete it. Now, how to read? Just we can take char st of something 20, char st of 20. You can say printf. This is for enter the string. Enter a string purpose I'm giving here, printf. Okay. Enter a string. Now I'm reading using get s of st. Simply the data will be stored in the get s. Simply I can say put s of st, but it is not formatted. We call it as unformatted. This is unformatted. I can't give the spaces and some operations I can't do here using put s. Okay. Yeah. And directly just I can print like this, get s, put s. And let me run this program. Get put.c. Yeah, this is the one of the basic example you should understand while reading the strings. But the difference is you can understand here. If you run only welcome, there is no use, right? You can give space welcome to black. See, are you getting? Yes, the maximum size is 21. It will take. It won't take more than that. Okay, are you getting the spaces? Yes. You try with the scanf percentage yes. Are you getting the spaces or not? Okay, it won't get it. Yeah, fine. Now this is one of the reading string and printing the string. Fine. Now let us move to the string handling functions. What we call string handling functions. String handling functions. So what are all the functions we have to manipulate the strings? If you want to find the length of the string, we have a function called strlen, string length. These are all very readable function names. So this is one of the important topic. You should understand all string handling functions in C program. strlen, the syntax you should know. For strlen, you should give one string, okay, that is returns the length of the string. If you want to find the given length of the string, you can use string length. If you want to copy one string variable into another from the, that is called source to destination. Okay, so here you should understand the syntax. String copy, it copies the content of source, should be second parameter, source to destination. This also you should understand. String copy nothing but destination comma source. That means right side values are storing to second left side. Okay, copy the content of the right side to left side, like assignment. Okay, fine. A equal to 10 means 10 is assigning to A. How we are doing? Same thing. strcpy copies. Assume that there is a string which is there in the source. You are copying into the destination. Okay, yeah. Now it is not moving, so source is also there and destination is also there. Okay, yeah, fine. Now string concatenation, what we call string concatenation, that is strcat. So you want to add two strings, first string comma second string. So here it joins the two strings, first string with the second string. The resultant of the string is stored in the first string. That you should understand. The resultant of the second string will be stored into the first string. Okay, so final result will be stored in the first string. So if you want to compare two strings, we are using strcmp. If you want to compare two strings, we are using strcmp, first string comma second string. If the both strings are same, including lowercase and uppercase also will difference. Why? Because lowercase ASCII value is different, uppercase ASCII value is different. Okay, fine. Now you can reverse the string. If you want to give any reverse of the given string, you can use strrev, string reverse, strlwr. Okay, if you want to return the string characters in the lower case, to return all whatever you have given, either uppercase or lowercase or mixing, whatever you do, final output will be lowercase. Now string upper, okay, it returns the characters in uppercase. Let's see. I will run each and every program, okay, with example program. Okay, fine. Now in this string length, we are using length of the string. Okay, yeah. So how we are using string length? Let me run this program. Each and every program will work on that. I'll show you practically. On string length, right? By using the function strlen. So all the string functions are there in the header file called string.h. So if you want to access that header file, all the functions, you should include string.h. Okay, you can include stdio.h and string.h. stdio.h, how we are using for printf and scanf. Similarly, we should use string.h. Okay, int main. Yeah. Now tell me how to declare a variable. You need some string, right? Any method, method 1, method 2, we have two methods. You can use char st equal to welcome. My st is having some welcome. You want to print the length, printf string length colon percentage. Length is it is integer, right? The resultant is integer. That's why I'm using %d, comma strlen of st. You will get the output. Let me save this. strlen2.c. Execute, compile and run. Yeah. What is the length of the welcome? String length is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So it will not include \0, my dear. Internally \0 will be stored. Internally \0 will be stored. It will not be count. So string length is 7. Like this, we are going to get the string length. Now I'll take the same program, copy, and I'll write. The next one is string copy. Okay. I'll do string copy. Simply I'll type string copy by using strcpy. That is the function we are using. Now, what is the syntax of the string copy? Destination comma source. We need two strings. So I want str1 equal to welcome. And you want another one is str2 is an empty, right? But while you are defining, you should give the size. While assigning, you no need to give the space. But while declaring, you must give the size. Now, what is my function? What is my function? strcpy, string copy. You want to copy st2 comma st1. That means what? The string st1 is stored into the variable st2. Is st2 is empty or not? Empty. Now st1 is having welcome. Okay, I have two strings, st1 and st2. st1 is having some string, st2 is empty. Now, can I copy this st1 string into st2? Yes. Now, after writing this function, that st1 string is stored into the st2. So, how can I run this? Yes, you can say the second string is, you can say second string is, I want to print only second string. I don't want first string. You can practice whatever you want. st2. Okay, st2. So let me check whether welcome is printing or not. Save. What is this? strcpy. strcpy2.c. Yeah, I'm going to run this program. Yes, second string is welcome. That means what? We have only st1 welcome, but now I printed with st2. I have not printed with st1, right? st2. That means whether the data is copied or not. It is copied. Okay. So now let us move with string concatenation. What is the next step? String copy is completed, right? String copy. It copies source to destination. Okay. Now the next example is string concatenation. What is the string cat? String concatenation. Okay. This function concatenates nothing but merging of two strings, and the resultant is returned to the first string. So here I can say first string comma second string. Assume that string 1 is having welcome to, string 2 is having blackbuck. After string concatenation, my resultant will be stored in the string 1. So the result is string 1. What is the output? Welcome to blackbuck. That is the output. So let me run this program. String concatenation. So maybe it may be useful for me. I'll copy this and I'll create the new one and just paste it. This example is string concatenation. So here I need two strings. One is welcome to, and the other one is two strings is required to combine, right? Yeah, even you can combine space also, not a big issue. Blackbuck. Now, what is my function? String cat, strcat is the concatenation. So the arguments, it is very important. You should understand the syntax. So here it will combine the two given strings as it is, string 1 and string 2. The resultant is stored into the string 1. Nothing but, here I'll give in the comment, nothing but st1 equal to st1 plus st2, like this. Adding these two string concatenation, and the resultant is stored into the string 1. So now the result string is, I can say the result string is, where I can do string 1. What is there in the string 2? If I print, string 2 is having only blackbuck. String 1 is having only welcome to. Now the string 1 is having, after concatenation, welcome to blackbuck. Nothing but both are merged and the resultant is stored in the string 1. Okay. So now let me save this. What is this? String concatenation, strcat2.c. Let me run this program. Yes. See the output. Welcome to blackbuck. Okay. If you want some space, you can give here. After this, you can give the space. I'm going to run one more time. Yes, you got this output. Welcome to blackbuck. Isn't it? So like this, we can we can merge two strings. Fine, clear. Now let's move with another task, another program, another function, that is string comparison. That is string comparison. What is the string comparison? The syntax saying that if you want to compare two strings, right? First string comma second string. Okay. If the both strings are equal, then it returns 0. Otherwise, it returns negative actually. And I don't want to do now with all the comparisons whether greater or less than and all. Simply I'm comparing. Okay. It is not equal to 0. Okay. If the both are same, then you will get 0. Otherwise, not 0. Okay. Fine. Now, actually, if it is greater than nothing but it returns 1, and less than nothing but it returns -1. That's also there that you can practice. If ST1 is greater than ST2, then it returns 1. ST1 is less than ST2, it returns -1. Both are same, it returns 0. That is, next level you can practice that. Now I'm comparing as a basic two strings. Okay. So simply I will read string 1 and I will read string 2. I'll compare these two by using strcmp. You will get it whether they both are equal or not, right? Yeah. Let me run this program, strcmp. Yeah, I'm going to create a new file, strcmp. You can give the predefined functions. Otherwise, we can read every time we are, simply giving initialization. We can run at runtime. This time, let me run with runtime. Let me read at runtime the values. Char st1 of, I need two variables, right? st1 of 20 and st2 of 20. Two variables I'm declaring. And I want first string, right? We need to read two strings. Printf, enter first string. And how can I read? I can use getS, right? As a simple manner. You can use scanner with %s. Both ways you can do, right? Fine. Now next, same thing. I'll copy paste. Enter second string. GetS of st2. So now I just read two strings. After that, what is my function? strcmp, right? If strcmp of st1 comma st2, two strings are equal to 0, equal nothing but I'm using two double equal, nothing but comparing. Is the resultant is equal to 0? That means these two, if the both strings are equal, this entire function will return 0. Now I'm comparing, that resultant is equal to 0. Yes, if it is, then I can give my statement, both strings are equal. I can say strings are equal. That's it. Only one message is enough for me. Else I can say strings are not equal. That's it. I'll return 0. Yeah. Now let me save this program. What is this? String comparison. I can say 2.c. String comparison. And let me run this program. Yes, program executed successfully. And then it is asking enter first string. What is the first string? You can give anything. I can say welcome. Enter second string. I'll give same welcome. Then strings are equal. Then let me run one more time with different strings. Enter first string. I can say ABCD. Here XYZ something. Strings are not equal. Okay. Yes. Now string comparison is completed. What is the next function? After string comparison, we have string reverse. We have string reverse. Can we do string reverse? Now, what's the purpose of string reverse? The name itself, you can understand that function returns reverse of the given string, right? Yeah, let's see a simple program. Yes. What is this? String reverse. So they'll ask like this: write a C program to read, to print reverse of the given string. Like this they'll ask. Okay, write a C program to print reverse of the given string. And sometimes they will ask without function, that you have to practice. Okay, using manually, using for loop, you should print all the characters in reverse order. Okay, now we are using all the with string handling functions. Hash include stdio.h string.h main zero. Yeah. Now you take another string variable with size 20. I just read, I want to read printf, enter a string. I'll read one string. How can I read? By using getS of st. Very simple. After that, you just print both. I want the given string, right? So given string is %s. I'll just put colon \n comma st. That is the given string. And then printf reverse of the given string. Reverse string is \n comma. What is the function here? Directly you can give like this: strrev, reverse of st. Whatever the string you are reading, simply you can give strrev of st. Or you can store in some variable, that variable you can print it. It returns something. Okay, reverse of this given string. That's also it is possible. Now let me save this. str string reverse 2.c. Execute. Enter a string. I'm going to ABCDE. Yeah, given string is ABCDE. And the reverse string is EDCBA. Okay. And you know one thing, can you name it in the chat window? Whenever, even though you reverse this string, it should be same string. Okay. You take one string, make it reverse, you should get the same string. Can you name it some kind of strings? Quickly you can chart. Quickly you can chart some strings. Even though if you reverse it, you should get the same. Yes, you take literal, enter the string. See, after reverse also you will get the literal. After reverse also you will get the literal, right? Madam, Malayalam, this kind of strings. So this we call it as, this kind of strings we call it as palindrome. What we call? string palindrome. So they'll ask in the examination, write a C program to check whether the given string is string palindrome or not. That means you should compare with the given string. The resultant string you will compare with the given string if the both are same. So here you should use string comparison again. Then the resultant will be if the both are same, you can say it is string palindrome. Yes, madam, dad, like this. Oh, very good. Huh? Atta. Fine. Level, dad, very good. Okay. And also Lyril also, right? Fine. Okay, like this you can check those strings are string palindromes. We call it as string palindromes. Now the last one is now the last one is string lower and string upper, right? So that means it will print whatever you give the input in the lowercase format. Now let me run both in one program. Okay, both in one program. I'll run both in one program, lowercase and uppercase. I'll run both in one program. String, lowercase and uppercase, right? Using str LWR lower and str UPR upper. Okay. Now you just enter the string. Fine. Yeah, with the same program you can do. Okay. Given string is, and if you want, you can keep reverse, not required now. Lower string is str LWR lower. Okay. So first I'll run this. After that I'll show you. This is str LWR underscore UPR both dot C. Yeah, I'll run this. Yeah, give the string in uppercase. I'm going to give you welcome in uppercase. What is output? Given string is capital letter, lowercase is lowercase. Even though if you give lowercase, what is the output? If you give the lowercase input, is it converted into upper? No. Always, even though you give combination also, your resultant string will be lowercase. That is the output you should understand. Even though if I give you the combination WEL, otherwise what I can do, black is capital, buck is lower, black buck. See, your resultant is lowercase, black buck. Okay, the both are in lowercase. Okay, the final output should be in the lowercase, even though you give the mixed. Similarly, I can copy this. Uppercase string, upper string. Okay, str UPR, upper. All are readability, right? Upper. So same, whatever you give, that should be in uppercase. Yeah. Now what I will do for understanding, black is capital letter, buck is lowercase. Now you see the output. So lowercase string is everything in lower. Uppercase string is both entire string becomes uppercase, but actual string is first word capital, second word is lower. Likewise, you can convert the string into lower and uppercase. So that's it about these strings. So now we have covered all the unions as well as structure is passing as a function to the argument, and then all the string handling functions. That's it. You can also do all the programs without predefined functions. You can do that. Okay, how all the string lower, upper, concatenation, comparison are there in the string.header file, and sometimes in the examination they will ask, okay, convert or find the length of the string without using string functions. or convert this lowercase without using string function. Concatenate the string without using function. Okay, that you should do manually. Okay, yes. If time permits, I'll show you that one also in the next class. At least one program I'll show you. Yeah, thank you. Till then, happy learning. You practice all the strings as well as unions and the remaining previous topics of the structures. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you,
Again, once again, because students have joined a little bit late, would like to tell that if you have any problems with your assignment of, if it's saying enroll into the course, things like that, there is this discussion forum. In this discussion forum, please add your questions there so that even I can see if, if anybody has a problem, team is able to resolve that or not. So very transparent thing, so everybody can see, and you can also track if the problems are getting resolved or not. That's one. And point number 2, all the arrays and related problems. I understand there is a issue saying that the test cases are not provided for auto evaluation. So probably tomorrow onwards, we will be adding those test cases, and you will be able to solve the arrays related problems in the app. Okay, so these are the 2 things. If students are still finding any problems, login issues, then mail to me anuradha.s.thota@gmail.com. I'll post in the YouTube comment section now. But whoever has already logged in and have problems, put it in the discussion forum. The discussion forum is now open to students. Okay, thank you so much. Sir said happy learning. Bye.